Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, we're talking about PlayStation 3 emulation on Android. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, lately I've been asked a ton about PS3 emulation on Android. Where is it, how to get it, and how to set it up. I'm going to answer those questions in this video, but before we go any further here, because you're probably not going to like my answers, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. Now, mind you, I'm filming this at the beginning of 2022. Things may change. Now, about a month ago, I was extremely excited to do a tutorial on the best PS2 emulator on Android, which happens to be eTourSX2. eTourSX2 is currently available in the Google Play Store. Now, the reason I'm telling you about a PlayStation 2 emulator on Android is the fact that eTourSX2 is currently in early access. It is nowhere near final, and it just released. It's still extremely fresh. And interestingly enough here, eTourSX2 requires a very powerful phone in order to get the optimal PS2 experience. And even then, it's still not perfect. If you have a good phone with a Mali GPU, you're probably not having a very good time with eTourSX2. If you have a mid-range or a lower-end phone or an outdated phone, you're probably also having to configure eTourSX2 quite a bit in order to get a somewhat decent frame rate, and even then your emulation experience won't be optimal. Now, moving on to PS3 emulation, and currently the best PS3 emulator we have is RPCS3, and it's available for both Windows and Linux. Now, you will need a fairly decent PC in order to emulate PS3 games at full speed. And there are a lot of people having issues with PS3 performance. In terms of PS3 game compatibility, we're currently looking at about 64% of PS3 games listed as playable. And that means games that can be completed with playable performance and no game-breaking glitches. For a quick comparison here, PS2 emulation is listing 98% of their library as playable. Now yes, PlayStation 3 emulation has come pretty far, and it's very impressive at what they've been able to accomplish. I'm a massive fan of RPCS3. But it's also fairly safe to say that there's still a long ways to go here. I'm not saying something has to be emulated on PC first in order to make its way over to mobile, but what I am saying here is that if PCs are having trouble running the emulator, then what do you expect is going to happen with a mobile device? If mobile devices are struggling, at least some of them, to run eTourSX2, a PS2 emulator, what do you think is going to happen when they try to run a PS3 emulator? Some of you might be saying, you know what, there's already a PS3 emulator on Android and it's available right on the Google Play Store, and it's called Emu PS3 Emulator Project. I will say yes, this app is available, but I will say no, it's not a working PS3 emulator. It's more of a, I don't want to say scam here, but at the same time, it's very questionable. The biggest thing here is that it says it contains ads. It's in early access, so you can't leave comments or reviews, and it has over 1 million installs. A lot of people have tried this one out. Now, if for some reason here you don't believe me that this emulator really isn't that legit, let's take a look at the description here. Dump your own real Switch games and then turn them into ISO files. Why is a PS3 emulator talking about Nintendo Switch? If I go down to the description here, it was last updated in May of 2019. It has been quite some time since this has got any real attention. With over 1 million installs here and running ads, the creator of this one is laughing. They probably made a killing off of it. At the end of the day here, don't get me wrong, I'm extremely excited and extremely hopeful to one day see a legitimate PlayStation 3 emulator on Android. I just don't think it's going to happen for quite some time. The technology isn't there yet, and I don't think the coding is there yet either. I could be wrong though, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm probably not. Anyways, that is all I've got for this one. Let me know your thoughts about PS3 emulation on Android in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on PS3 emulation in general in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.